as well.
Yeah,
Pat, back to you.
Okay, you're smart. We know that, Lori. So we appreciate your perspective and the fact that you're going to leave right now. Now, the person that knows a lot about the direction of the wind, the strength of the wind, is Olga Ospina. And you know what, Olga? Really, when you think about the intensity of the wind, considering the conditions that we've been in with less rain, that we need, low humidity, the winds didn't even have to be as high as they are to cause damage, but this is just incredible. The intensity here, as you talked about, even warning us about those red flag warnings still being out, and a destructive, life-threatening fire such as this because of the winds is really incredible.
Yeah, those winds are just taking it over the top. But as you mentioned, we have been extremely dry. We really haven't had significant rain for places like downtown Los Angeles since the month of May. It's been a very dry season, so very dry vegetation out there. And then you add in those winds, and we are seeing the disaster happening right now. So Pacific Palisades still in the upper 30s as far as wind gusts, and we're seeing lots of areas in the 40s as well. We have not reached the peak of our wind event. So here's our wind futurecast, and I'm going to take you to 10 o'clock at night because this is when we're going to start to see those winds really intensify, become a little bit more widespread. Where you see those purples, lavenders, that indicates gusts in the 50 to 60 mile per hour range, and that's what we're going to be seeing across some of those higher elevations. So some of the foothills and the mountain areas from the San Gabriel Valley, San Fernando Valley into the Inland Empire and continuing into the early part of tomorrow. So Wednesday, 7:20 a.m. and we're still seeing those strong gusts out into Orange County too. So really most of us being impacted. This is a very widespread wind event. So no matter where you live, you will likely be impacted. Heading into the afternoon, still seeing those strong gusts out through Santa Clarita. Again, those foothills and mountains and valleys will be seeing the strongest winds. But even if you are not in the area where you have the strongest winds, any kind of wind, even if it's moderate wind, it can spread a fire if one were to spark. As we head into Wednesday evening, you can see that things are starting to lighten up. So the peak of this event will continue through the early part of Wednesday, but still some problem spots across places like the Inland Empire as we head into late Wednesday. Things improve on Thursday as well, but we're not out of the woods yet. It's not going to be until Friday. Here we are, 7:30 a.m., some moderate winds, and then much calmer as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. So we do have the high wind warning that will continue through at least Wednesday evening. You can see that includes most of us. Look at this, gusts 75 to 100 miles per hour, some isolated gusts. We've already seen gusts in the 70s early this morning, and then also for Orange County as well as the Inland Empire. Red flag warning. You can see this is pretty widespread also, and this is going to continue until at least Thursday. So we're talking critical fire danger, and we're talking about very dry vegetation. Look at this. We have only 3% of average rainfall that we typically receive in a season. So it's been very minimal, just over 1/10 of an inch for the Los Angeles area since the beginning of October. As we head into the next few days, temperature-wise, numbers will rise a bit as we head into Thursday, Friday, 70s still as we head into the weekend. But really the big story will still be through the end of the work week. The winds. Valleys also warming up into the upper 70s by late in the week. Inland Empire mostly in the upper 60s. Here's a check of our deserts, mountains, beaches. Again, if you are in the high deserts, if you are in the mountains, if you are in the valleys, you are going to be experiencing some extremely strong winds, down trees, down power lines. So these are potentially destructive and life-threatening winds. That is what we're going to continue seeing. In fact, getting even stronger and a little more dangerous as we head into late tonight and into the early part of Wednesday, but not out of the woods until the end of the week. So this is going to be a multi-day event. Pat?
Yeah, it certainly, and we've had just a plethora of problems this evening that we've been talking about. Olga, thank you so much for that.